Hello everyone, my name is Montella. I'm back with another tier list. Last tier list I made it when I was like Plat 1. I'm currently GM3. Trust me, it didn't take me that long to hit GM3. I hit GM3 then GM1 a while ago. Then I D-ranked because I was only playing DPS despite being a strategist main. I'll get into that. Trust me though, I'm GM though. That's all that matters. Into the tier list, I don't want this to be as long as last time. Adam Warlock, A tier. Ult's very counterable. Burst heals are good, but he doesn't have good consistent healing. So he's both one of the best and one of the worst healers in the game at the same time because he'll really just get you to full when you're being attacked. But he also can't do much for you if he just doesn't have his heals off cooldown. Black Panther, if you don't full counter him, he's okay. First of all, he's really hard. So if you're not good at him, he's D tier. But if you don't commit to countering him, he's just gonna run through your entire team. Unless your DPS have god tier aim, where they're just like shooting at him the entire time he's engaged, making him disengage or just straight up kill him. He's not gonna be put down. Like if y'all don't properly coordinate like a sleep or a freeze on him and then like focus fire, just blow him to smithereens, he's gonna get out. Black Widow, um, I don't know where to start with this garbage character. Never play her. I'm not gonna lie. I might actually dodge the lobby if you pick Black Widow in my games. I might just straight up leave because I know I'm not gonna win that game anyway. Hulk, Loki, he's S tier. A really good Hulk will beat the fuck out of your supports. You need to put full attention onto him. You need to bait out his cooldowns. And it's pretty hard. And it's also because if you don't ban him, that opens the opportunity for an Iron Man Hulk team up. Which the only way to really counter that is with good hit scan. And if he's being support, if he's being pocketed, a Punisher probably can't do the job efficiently enough. And guess what? You got Hawkeye and Hella banned. I mean, I know Hawkeye isn't hit scan, but he can still one shot, and Hella is just Hella, right? So if you don't have his counters available, I mean, Star Lord's a good counter, but the Star Lord needs to focus basically his entire game to fucking killing the Iron Man, from what I've seen. So actually, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna put Iron Man and Hulk in A tier. Iron Man is like down here without Hulk, but you're not playing Iron Man without Hulk. Um, I'm gonna put them in A tier because you're picking them when they're available. And they're really strong, but it's only super strong if these guys are banned. Because if you have just a Hella in your backline, the Iron Man's just gonna try and go for his fucking Biden Blast, Super Beam, Green Beam, whatever the fuck, Gamma Beam, and Hella's just gonna, switch him down like King Von, right? So, and then at that point, also, why aren't you playing Hella instead of Iron Man? So I'm putting them in A tier because they're technically an off meta pick in my opinion, mainly because you're picking them when they're not banned and the meta picks are banned, right? This is second best. This is you're gonna run these when you're able to, but if these are available, why would you want to run these? I mean, there'd still be reason, but these are just better. They're better. Captain America, I'm gonna put him in a solid C tier. See, the thing with Captain America is he just runs around and does a whole fuck ton of nothing. He genuinely really does just do nothing. It's hard to kill him. I'll give him that. It's hard to kill a good Captain America, but he's really just gonna be running around like a little fly doing nothing, and that's kind of the issue with him. He just does no damage. He's a dive tank that can't fucking dive you properly. Like, if your team is intelligent at all and turns around to pressure him off of your supports, or you have your other support peeling for you, because you know damn well he's not contesting tanks. He's not fucking winning any tank 1v1. Cloak and Dagger, I actually don't think they're that good. Their ultimate is okay. Um, their heals could be unreliable at times. If they miss their E on you, you're going to be receiving a lot less healing. Their right click it kind of just sends you, makes it so you have to stand in one position, which is very awkward for positioning if they don't put it in the right spot. I mean, Cloak's moveset is also kind of cool. I mean, the the right click on Cloak could come in pretty cool. Cloak's the black guy, by the way. Dagger is the white girl, if you didn't know. So when I was referring to the first moveset, I was referring to Dagger's moveset. Now I'm talking about Cloak's moveset. So the right click on Cloak, the whole invisibility, invincibility thing, right? It's pretty good. It comes in pretty clutch at stopping some ultimates or just like big bursts of damage from impacting you. And the E, it makes people take more damage and blinds them. So I mean that's always good. But I generally don't think Cloak and Dagger is that good. Just because if I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at them, but it feels like there's something missing. From my experience, like I'd much rather have an Adamantis, which might sound crazy because the low healing output, but the sheer damage from Adamantis could definitely make up for it. And a proper an Adamantis team that's playing properly, like it's really fucking scary. Because as long as you're like, if as long as your teammates aren't inting with Adamantis, or you're like running double shield or some shit, you're like, it's gonna be hard to take him down. I mean, there's also a lot of revives with that as well. Like I think Adamantis is heavily slept on because because people are just stupid, right? They're fucking meatheads. They're like, oh, low healing, that means it's bad. No, you just can't help but fucking int, and you're a terrible DPS. Get out of my lobbies. You shouldn't be in my fucking lobbies. Because how do I have an ability that heals you to full health and you're still complaining about low heals? How as a DPS are you complaining about Adamantis? You are literally being healed to full health with one button and being damage boosted. You fucking idiot. Get. I don't know. My bad. Strange S tier. I mean, he's the best tank in the game. He has a team up with Hulk, and it makes him even better. He has an 800 health shield that doesn't really have much of a cooldown at all. It regens like instantly as soon as you put it down, and then you put it back up like a few seconds later. Boom, few hundred more health. It's good. Strong damage, one of the best ults in the game. It could be just a complete team fight winner by itself. You know, other ults needed. Just Eye of Agamotto. Then he fucking like just farms a little bit of damage, builds up dark magic, especially with the Hulk passive. And if you do it in time, you can actually hit everybody with it twice, considering they have 2 hitboxes. So yeah, Groot, I'm gonna put him a solid. I'm gonna put him A tier. He's really good. He has a very similar ult to Strange that sets up for team fight wins. It's very strong. He has good damage mitigation. He has good, I think the highest DPS out of any tank in the game. He's able to give himself shields with the Ironwood wall, which is very clutch. Generally, he's just super good. The only thing he really lacks is mobility, but who needs that when you have 800 health and you could fucking full box someone as a tank, right? Like, he's so good at being healed. Like, he's so good at not dying because he's so good at just closing off people from their healers, killing them, and while also being healed himself. It's absurd. Hawkeye S tier, come on, it's Hawkeye. He one-shots people. I put him in A tier last time, mainly because I was in plat and people had shit aim. But no, yeah, Hawkeye is good. Hawkeye is a really good character. He is second best DPS in the game, second to Hela. I mean, it's undebatable. Hela and Hawkeye, if they're not banned, you gotta run them, in my opinion, unless they're running full dive and you're running Hawkeye. I mean, maybe you might want to switch to Namor. Where's Namor? Namor, in my opinion, is also an S tier pick. Great damage per M1. Like, he has huge burst damage. His turrets pressure out any diver, which like some flankers right now are very strong. They're very powerful. So he just shuts down flankers. He shuts down Spider-Man, partially Sawlock, Black Panther, and he can even pressure out a Hulk when a Hulk's on your fucking supports in the backline, right? Like, a Hulk will be also taking that damage. I mean, Namor is just good. He has pretty good ult. One of the best cooldowns in the game with his shift. His turrets are an extreme territorial threat. And his left click, oh my god. If you can consistently, not even consistently land headshots, just like land a few headshots to get your turrets in overdrive mode and also just keep spamming them, right? He's such a good spam character. He does so much damage. I mean, there is a debate to put him down to A tier, but like, I'm gonna put him S tier in my opinion, because like, when these two aren't banned, you kind of want to run them more. Iron Fist, I don't think he's as bad as I put him last time. I think I put him in D last time. I'm gonna put him in C. He does have potential. A really good Iron Fist player can make the right plays. Like, he really can just surprise your supports and then just fucking kill them before your DPS can do anything about it. But, like, I mean, it's still Iron Fist. It's so risky. He's just probably one of the riskiest melee characters and flankers to play in the game, and that's what's bad about him. I mean, I just don't think we've seen all of what Iron Fist could do, or a really good Iron Fist player yet. My bad. I mean pizza right now. All right, let's finish with Steelers so I can eat my pizza in peace. All right, no, not Loki. Jeff, in my opinion, he's the worst support in the game. I get kind of nervous whenever I see a Lord Jeff pick Jeff in my teams. He does do really good heals, but he just has no utility, no damage. His ult is very counterable, and also I don't think his ult is really worth it. Unless you get like a 3 or more man eat, right? You're sacrificing your healer to eat like 1 or 2 people, right? So you have one support, and let's say you're like running Adam Warlock Jeff. You have an Adam Warlock to keep your entire team up in the 5v whatever, right? While you eat what? They're fucking 2 and 7 Punisher or some shit, right? Like, no, come on. Like, Jeff's ult is too high risk with not much promising reward. Honestly, in my opinion, as Jeff, if you eat just like 1 or 2 people with your ult, just like spit them out. I mean, you did damage to them. You isolated them from your healers. Maybe your DPS can kill them. Spit them out and go back to healing your team, because it's just not worth it. Loki, I'm gonna put him in a solid B tier. Loki, in my opinion, is a lot of effort for less reward. Right now, he can be really annoying, but if your team is on top of shooting his clones, he's just cooked. Like, just keep shooting his clones, and he gets cooked. Like, because then that means he's able to spawn less immortality fields. You know where the actual Loki is, because I mean, there's no clones to pretend that they're him, right? Now his heals are okay, I guess. His shift is a really good ability, but I think if you're really just on top of his clones, or just at least shooting the runes that come out when he pops his shift, you're fine. Luna, debatably the best support in the game. When we're talking about best support, I'm just gonna put these two in top tier. They have some of the best defensive ult in the game, second best defensive ult in the game, best utility for support, best healing as a support. So, I don't know, what do you not know about Luna and Mantis? Luna could keep you healed to full while giving you 40% extra damage in her ult for over the span of 12 seconds. She does great heals. She's able to heal a flanker by doing literally nothing, like no interaction with them. Like, let's say you're running with a Black Panther, right? Luna puts the guard on him, just keeps fucking heal botting the tank. Black Panther is just running it down the enemy backline, constantly getting topped off. Because, you know, because your tank's low-key inting, but he's getting healed by the Luna with her absurd fucking heals, and that's enough heals to keep the Black Panther topped off while he's destroying your fucking backline. I mean, come on. Mantis, she doesn't do the best healing in the game, far from it, but her healing boost is genuinely insane. I think she does the highest damage out of any support. She could kill any flanker by herself if the Mantis player is good. You use the sleep on them, then you... they're also slept, like, forever. Like, sleeps in this game last forever. So she could, like, perfectly line up some headshots, damage boost herself, and she could end up killing the flanker. Maybe she might not be able to kill him by herself, but, like, if anybody turns around, like, the flanker's gonna die. Magic, I think Magic is B tier. I see a lot of Magic one-tricks, and I kind of get mad whenever I see them, you know? It's like, really? You're not gonna swap off Magic when they're running Iron Man, dude? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I just don't like Magic. I don't like her at all. I don't like playing against her. I don't like playing with her. I mean, she's fun to play, so I see why people one-trick her. But, like, she's so risky and so, like, punishing for, like, fucking up with her, right? That there's just no real reason to pick her over like Psylocke or Black Panther, in my opinion. Magneto, he's the second best tank in the game, in my opinion. In my opinion, the best tank. I might put him here. The best tank comp is double shield with Strange and Magneto. Uh, it's gonna be really hard to kill you guys. Run like an Adamantis, right? You won't, because you're not gonna need a lot of healing because you're mitigating so much damage, right? At least the way I see it, right? Like if you're playing right and you're not fucking inting, right, and your DPS are killing shit with the Mantis damage boost, and the Atom is just actively like firing off on shit with his 55 damage per shot, 110 damage headshots that aren't hard to land, uh, and then your just DPS are good, like at all, right? Like you're like, sure it's a low heal comp, but like you're not gonna need that healing. That's the thing. If your team properly utilizes it, you're not gonna need that healing. With the double shield, good DPS, Adamantis damage, like it's really fucking insane. Like I don't know. I generally think you should just be picking these two most of the time. Moon Knight, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I don't think he's very good. Shoot the fucking Ox. Just shoot him. They're like, they're not that good. I mean, his damage is really good. Maybe he could like one shot somebody if he properly aims the onk at him, and like does the fucking, hoogly goo bullshit. Fucking destroys him. But I mean, if you're looking out for the Moon Knight, it's probably not gonna happen very often. Penny Parker, I'm gonna put her in B. She's the most situational character in this game, but she is good where she does shine. But she's also really good against flankers. But I don't know. I think she's the most map dependent, side dependent, and point dependent in the game. There's three things she depends on. So it depends on what map you're playing, depends on which side of the map you're playing, and it depends on which point of the map you're playing on. Are you on first point? Are you on second? Are you on third? Is she good on? Is she good on first? Bad on second? Like Salak, I think I put her in S tier last time. I'll put her in A tier. I mean, she does definitely take a little bit of thinking to use, right? She does really high damage. She has the one-shot combo, but she also, I mean, she's a flanker. She is really risky. I think she is probably the best flanker in the game. I think she's better than Black Panther just because of how instantly she could do shit, right? She has a super good ult as well, as long as Loki's not countering it. Uh, Debatably she is S, but I don't want to overinflate the S tier, so I'm gonna put her in A tier. I think Salak is super good. Punisher, I'm gonna put him A tier. Potentially the second best hit scan in the game. If he's not the second best, this guy is second best. Star-Lord and Punisher are super good. They do crazy DPS. They're able to play relatively safe because Star-Lord could just straight up dodge shit. And it always feels like whenever you do the like thing that could kill him, he just perfectly dodges it. I mean, that's probably why they're playing Star-Lord, because they're good at timing those dodges. But you know what I mean? Star-Lord and Punisher are both really good characters, and I'm lumping them in together because they do essentially the same thing, just in a different way. Punisher like like sprays you down from a distance. Star-Lord sprays you down up close. They're just better in different situations. Rocket, I'm gonna put him A tier. He's really good with the Punisher and makes Punisher S tier in my opinion. Don't shoot when you're playing Rocket. I mean, maybe sometimes you could shoot when no one really needs healing, right? Like you got someone in your back line, your team's fully healed, right? So you just start fucking upping the switch on them. But generally, I think you're kind of trolling if you're shooting with Rocket. Just hold right click the entire game. Um, yeah, I mean, overall, another thing about Star-Lord, every time I've played Iron Man against a semi-decent Star-Lord, I've just been getting hard focus, and I can't do much about it. Like, Star-Lord is a really good counter to Iron Man if they're running that Iron Man bullshit. But yeah, I think Rocket is good, but he's very situational. But when he works, oh my god, does he work? Also, his ult is pretty good. It's pretty underrated because people are like, oh, you could destroy it. Most people are not destroying it in time. Like, if you're the only one shooting at it to destroy it, in which then that means, okay, everybody on your team is shooting it, but nobody's shooting the enemy. So they're shooting at you with a 40% damage boost. So you see the thing with Rocket Ultimate, it's kind of just a catch-22. Do you fight through the Rocket Ultimate where their entire team is doing 40% extra damage to you? Or do you shoot at the Rocket Ultimate while their team is doing 40% extra damage to you, but you stop them from doing 40% extra damage a few seconds early? He's also pretty survivable. He's able to run on walls. He has the little jetpack boost. I think he's pretty cool. Scarlet Witch, keep this character out of my fucking lobbies. We all know she's dog shit. I think she does less damage than Cloak and Dagger, right? So if a Cloak and Dagger and Wanda literally 1v1'd each other, just holding M1, the Cloak and Dagger is fucking winning. Especially if the Cloak and Dagger uses their E ability, the Wanda's going to be taking even more damage. Like, she's just it's such a terrible character. I don't think we should buff her because she's good in low ranks where people can't aim. And she is also a completely brainless character. But, I don't know. Fuck Scarlet Witch. Maybe we could make her more utility than damage focused. But, hey, I don't know. Spider-Man, I don't think he's very good. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I heard I heard that not even Necros is playing Spider-Man a lot right now, which kind of says a lot. I just don't think Spider-Man is, like, you have to, like, he probably requires the most time investment out of every character in the game for, like, the least reward. And also, you know how there's seasonal boosts right now? He has a 15% extra damage boost. So, this is him stronger than he usually is right now, right? And he's just barely one-shotting people. What happens next season? Genuinely, what happens next season? He's gonna be doing, like, just normal damage and not 15%. Dude, he might legit move down to D tier with that shit. His ult sometimes never even fucking kills people. He just barely one-shots squishies. So what do you mean he's gonna be doing less damage next season? Like, alright, bro. Squirrel. C tier. Her projectiles are just weird to land. They do a lot of damage, but she has a non-existent kit. She's basically just M1 spam. But at that point, just play Hawkeye. Or if you can't play Hawkeye, really, bro, if you really just want to spam down a choke, just play Iron Man, fucking Hulk, and then, or just play Punisher. You know, honestly. Oh, no, better yet, Namor. How did I forget about Namor? Just play Namor. Like, there's just. Oh, how did I forget this? She has the worst ult in the entire game. I low-key could move her down to D tier, but no, I'm gonna keep her C tier. Yeah, just don't play Squirrel Girl. I get so nervous whenever I see someone lock Squirrel Girl on my teams. I'm like, oh no, you better be a fucking god tier Squirrel Girl one trick. Storm, D tier. She's possibly the worst character in the game. I mean, what is there to say about her that hasn't been said? She literally does nothing until she has ult. Her speed boost is negligible. Her damage boost is negligible. And she's also just a sitting duck. She moves so slowly. Like, even with her speed boost, when it's fucking amped up with her E, just don't play this character. She's one of my favorite DPS, too. I like playing her in quick play, but you'll never catch me playing her in ranked. Mainly because I'm also a support main. But Thor, I think Thor is a B tier. Or, honestly, yeah, no, wait. What the fuck? No, actually, I'm gonna put him A tier. He's a pretty good tank. He does a lot of damage. He's a good bodyguard for the backline. He's a good diver. I mean, he is kind of, like, way squishier than the other tanks, though, if you don't properly manage your shields with him, in my opinion. But I do think he's pretty good. I think he's just situational, and you can't solo tank with him. Never ever try and solo tank Thor. You're basically just having a fourth DPS, and he's just fat, you know. Venom, I honestly think he's a C tier. I think he's really fucking bad. His damage isn't quick enough to, like, actually take down most supports. When he's diving the backline, he kind of just sits in there. He just disrupts, but he does nothing. And at that point, when you just want to play Hulk, and if you really just focus fire on him for like half a second, you'll get him down to low health, and he'll use his shields, and he has to get out. So then their team is missing a tank for a little bit, and he's just purely dive at that point. And he has a team up with Penny and Spider-Man, which I already don't have rated high, but he has anti synergy with Penny, which I don't know why you would want to use that team up at that point. And you're really gonna run Venom Spider-Man for the fucking team up of two C tier characters? No. Yeah, I'm also the range to get unaffected by his right click. Like he dives in there, uses his right click, right? Dude, it's so easy to break that. Like you're not like if you're getting hit by the second hit of his like right click ability, you're just bad. You're fucking terrible. I'm being so genuine. Like if you get hit by that more than like once or twice per game, like his right click and it actually like does like the second burst of damage to you after it's been connected to you for long enough, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Genuinely. Like I hope you're not in my rank. Winter Soldier, he had a pretty crazy fall off. I still think he's pretty good. I'm gonna put him A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put him A tier. Is he A tier though? I don't know. Is he A tier? He feels very inconsistent. There's some games I've seen Winter Soldiers just completely pop off and like dominate a lobby, and then they do really bad. I don't know. And that like constant again shit is not happening in high ranks most of the time. So honestly, I think I might put him B tier. He's probably my favorite DPS to play, but he just feels very inconsistent. Sometimes it requires a lot of effort to get out of him. He's heavily countered by a good shield tank because that means he just can't get any hooks off. Uh, I don't know. I'm thinking like low A, high B. I'm putting him high B because there's so many characters in A tier. But I generally don't think Winter Soldier is that great. I think he's good, but not that great. A Winter Soldier one trick is really good, but I don't know. I don't think he's that great. And to finish off the tier list, I put Wolverine pretty low last time. I'm gonna put him. So he's very situational. So I'm gonna put him B tier. But he could like, dude, if the enemy tank line is really owning your fucking team, just go Wolverine, kidnap their tanks, and boom, delete their tanks. Focus fire, or like make your team focus fire on the tank you just kidnapped while you're dealing percentage based damage to them. Like, it's pretty crazy. Now, if they are running one tank though, don't play Wolverine. Sure, you could maybe take their one tank out of the match pretty quickly, but it's so not worth it. It's just like play a different DPS. He's situational, but in the situations he shines in, he's like A S tier, and when it's not his situation, he's like C D tier. In my opinion. Well, that's my tier list. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet, so it shouldn't really matter what I say. Play whoever you want. Just make sure you're good at them. And yeah, I mean, just enjoy playing Rivals. I mean, fuck, dude, it's a good game, fun game. Play whoever you want at whatever rank. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, this is my tier list. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And as you see right here, it's New Year's Eve. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy your New Year's. I'm not really going out. There was a party I was gonna go to, but it got canceled. There's gonna be like an overtake or some shit. So nah. All right. See ya.